Yo! Bro, clearly someone who doesn't appreciate a good apple. Turning a red apple into a green one? That's huge! Not gonna lie, green apples, best apples. Greetings, ladies and gents, and welcome back to some more Frieren. So no Frieren. Season 2, Episode 2. Now previously, the beginning of the second season was honestly like we never left. Just kinda continued on, and so far, it's just as good. Our main group is continuing their journey, meeting old friends. I'd be surprised if we keep meeting people the further up north we go, but I guess we shall see. However, for now, let's just get into episode 2 of season 2, shall we?
勇者様の像を磨いてくれんかね。
報酬は
背中のかゆい部分をかく魔法。
Bruh. Holy shit. A spell to scratch the itch on your back? Holy fuck. Then again though, would it feel as good? If you're scratching the itch with magic, does it really still feel like you're scratching the itch? If that makes sense. Because when you're scratching the itch, you're using your fingers, right? Most of the time. Like, I know there's the back scratcher, like, fucking stick. But, like, do people actually use that? How would you do that with magic? How would that, like... I feel like the magic would just kind of remove the itch, which wouldn't feel as good. So, one way to find out. Thinking about it, to be honest, I mean, there must have been a mage who was like, maybe the mage was like really old or something, and they have like their body was like crickety or something, and they were like, oh, I can't reach the scratch on my back, I can't reach the itch on my back, fuck it, I'll just use magic. And then came up with some sort of like spell to scratch the itch. If I was making the show right now, that's what I would have shown. I would have shown like a quick little flashback, like 800 years ago. I can't reach. I need to scratch the itch. Maybe I can. You know what? I'll use magic. And then it shows some old mage using magic to scratch the itch. Like that would have been funny.
ヒンメル様の像ってどこにでもありますよね。
ま、こういう細々した仕事も楽しいんだけどな。よーし、磨くぞ。
銅像なら魔法で磨くから、シュタルクの出番はないけどね。
え？ああ？
There are all kinds of statues.
誰このおっさん？
南の勇者だよ。
ああ？
魔王を倒したのはヒンメルだけど、勇者は一人じゃない。その中でも南の勇者は人類最強の勇者と言われていた。
なんだか大げさだな。
そうでもない。これは彼にふさわしい二つ名だ。当時の人類にとっての最大の脅威は、北側諸国を中心に、実は私たちは七宝剣を二人しか倒していないんだ。他5人のうち2人は逃亡や消息不明で撃ち漏らし、残り3人を全て討ち取ったのは南の勇者だ。たった1年で魔王軍の前線部隊を壊滅させて。
Well, they keep saying he, right? They keep saying he defeated them, but like, let's be honest, he probably didn't do it alone. That's the unfortunate thing with heroes. No one remembers the rest of the party.
そこで魔王の腹心で1000年後の未来まで見通す魔法を操るとされた全知のシュラハトと集結した全七宝剣によって撃たれたんだ。それでも南の勇者は七宝剣3人を討ち取って全知のシュラハトと相打ちになったとされている。この地域ではその戦いで七宝剣の支配から救われた人々が大勢いたんだ。南の勇者に対する信仰も熱くてね。南の勇者の死体が見つからなかったことから 今でも南の勇者と全地の修羅派との戦いは続いていると言われる伝説まである。人食いの魔族たちと戦ったんだ。実際は食べられちゃったんだと思うけどね。
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, just from Frieren talking about him,
断る。
I kind of wanna...
私じゃ魔王には勝てないよ。
I was literally just about to say, I kind of want a flashback of Frieren meeting the guy. You can't make this up. And this is why the show is good. It's like fucking feeds my mind.
やはり無理か。私は君を説得するだけの言葉を持ち合わせていない。
まるで結果が分かっていたかのような物言いだね。
実際に分かっていたのだよ。君には言っても問題ないな。君は私の秘密を知ったとしても、
If he sees the future, that would explain it.
だから君にだけは教えよう。この私の人類最強たるゆえんを、私には未来が見えるのだ。
Oh, yep.
へえ、それはすごいね。
信じていないようだな。
そんなことはないよ。
Yeah, that's what I was
あ
gonna
まり
say.
興味がないだけで。
She probably just doesn't give a fuck.
それでは一つ、君が興味を持つだろうことを。君は七宝剣を知っているね。今から1年後の未来に、私は北部高原の地で全地の修羅鳩と七宝剣に撃たれ命を落とす。
Interesting. So you can see at least, I want to say maybe a few years into the future?
志半ばで私は死ぬのだ。仮に君がついてきたとしても、私の死という未来自体は変わらない。近いうちに君のもとに一人の若い勇者が訪れる。世界を救うのは彼だ。実に不本意ながらな。君はその青年たちと共に旅に出て魔王を倒すんだ。会えばわかる。彼は君の人生を変えるぞ。一つだけ頼み事をしていいか？
何？
その青年に出会ったら伝えてくれ。
Tell him what? Tell him what? Fuck! They're not gonna tell us, are they? They never tell us.
道は必ず
Oh?
この私が切り開くと。人類最強であるこの南の勇者が、たとえ私の偉業が歴史の陰に埋もれようとも。
And this is a true hero right here. Someone who doesn't care necessarily about being remembered or being hailed as a hero. Someone who just is willing to sacrifice everything about themselves, even their memory, for others. For the greater good. For those who come after, you might even say.
何が未来が見えるだ。ここの人たちは覚えている。
It's not like he... come on, Frieren. It's not like he can see past his own death. Come on. Calm down now.
大きな町は久々だな。
補給が終わったらすぐに出るよ。
お、魔法店もあるぜ。
シュタルク知らないの？時間っていうのは。
Okay, why is she in such a hurry? This is unusual. This is peculiar. This is strange.
せっかくだからおやつくらい食べていかないか？
シュタルク、分かってるでしょ。ロギンだってそこまで余裕があるわけじゃないんだよ。
なんだかずっと様子が変ですね。
遅かったか。
フリーレン様でございますね。
Who?
領主様がぜひとも
Oh,
晩
God
餐
damn
会
it.
にお招きしたいと
Every time. Every bloody
私た
time.
ち先を急いでいるから。
この領地を救ってくださった勇者様ご一行の一人にございます。領主様も礼を尽くしたいと。
うめえなこれ。
フリーレン様、曽祖父の代はお世話になりました。
ご用件は？
話が早くて助かりますな。実は家宝の宝剣が魔族に盗まれてしまいましてね。
また盗まれたのか。
また？
曽祖父の代も盗まれている。
Perhaps an artifact with some sort of like magical attraction?
わかりました。
Attracts
報
demons?
酬は魔導書で。まったく北側諸国の貴族は強引な連中が多いけど、ここの領主の一族は特に無理難題を要求してくる。
宝剣取り返さないと投獄するから。
Bruh.
暴君すぎ
What the fuck?
結局宝剣が見つかったのはシュベア山脈の頂だったよ。
とんでもねえな。
でも魔族はなんで宝剣を盗んだのでしょうか。
ダッハ伯爵家の宝剣はもともと名のある魔族のものだったからね。魔族にしかわからない魅力があるんだろうさ。
よく引き受けましたね。てっきり断るものかと。
仕方がないでしょ。あの宝剣はヒンメルが取り返したものだからね。私が断ったらそれが無駄になっちゃうでしょ。それにヒンメルならきっと見捨てないよ。
I wonder what makes this sword so special. Because usually demons don't really, you know, to put it bluntly, they don't give a fuck about anything other than, you know, the obvious.
この村ひどい荒れようですね。
誰もいないな。
いや、一人いるね。
Who?
この村の人？
いいえ、私は旅の僧侶です。あなた方は？
通りすがりの冒険者だ。
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, they can just sense demons, right? Or maybe not, because I'm trying to remember. In the first season, I want to say that, you know, when they entered that one town that was trying to, where, you know, the demons were trying to deceive the lord of the town via, you know, oh, we come in peace type of thing, right? I don't remember. I think back then I thought that Frieren sensed that they were demons, but in reality, I think they had horns, if I'm not mistaken, so it was pretty obvious. My question is it possible for demons to pretend to be humans to the point where Frieren wouldn't be able to, like, essentially, can they hide their magicness, their demon side, to the point where Frieren can't detect it? Question mark? Because I don't think we've seen that before, right? I don't think that... Have we seen that Frieren, like, senses? I mean... Frieren can detect magic, yes. But can she identify that this magic belongs to a demon specifically? Because I remember when Aura, the guillotine, was, like, outside of that town, Frieren was like, oh, there's a big source of magic or whatever somewhere outside of town, but she wasn't sure, I don't think. So maybe it's possible that a demon could pretend to be human in Frieren's presence? I don't know.
剣の魔族に滅ぼされました。
Perhaps we'll find out here.
私は村人を弔っていたのです。
剣の魔族。
多分私たちが追っている魔族だね。
剣の魔族に滅ぼされた村は数知れず、どの村も皆殺しだったそうです。
ひどい。
冒険者様方も祈っていってはくれませんか。
フリーレン様。
やっぱり死体が埋まっていない。
They were eaten!
そいつが剣の魔族だからだよ。死体なんて残っていないん
Okay,
でしょ。
so that kind of answers my question. Thank you. Fuck, this show is good. Every time I have a question or some sort of thought, they just immediately answer it. One way or another. Because this literally showed us that Frieren can be deceived. Because Frieren right here, like, if she could just tell from just sensing it, she didn't need to blow the hole open to check for bodies, right? So that means that, yeah, while she was suspicious and figured it out very quickly, that doesn't mean that she can sense them and just tell from sensing them. Big information.
殺しました。生きていくためには仕方がないことだったのです。
人以外も食べられるのに。
なぜそれが人を食べない理由になるのでしょう。
That is actually a very good question. My question isn't why do they eat humans, but rather my question is, do they eat things other than humans as well? Because if they do, that would make a little bit more sense. But if they don't, that's very interesting. Because if they don't, then I would have to assume that there is a reason why demons are the way they are, why they specifically only eat humans. And also, to be honest, we've pretty heavily established that demons are kind of like, like wild animals, basically, right? You would think that if they can eat other things other than humans, right? You would think that seeing that humans keep hunting them and killing them, as animals, they would learn over time not to fuck with humans. Because that's kind of how animals are. They learn over time that if you fuck with humans, or if you go and kill them or eat them, usually more humans come and start killing you, right? Maybe they haven't thought that far, I don't know, but like it does make sense that demons would start thinking, hey, maybe it's not worth eating humans anymore because that gets us killed. Kind of like a basic survival instinct, right? So if we can eat other things, maybe we should stay away from humans because that usually gets us killed. But now if you add the fact that they only eat humans, or they eat humans for some sort of specific reason, like, oh, maybe they taste good or something. Now I question, like, maybe whoever created the demons, or maybe whoever was behind their creation, or whatever was behind their creation, specifically made it so that they would only eat humans. That's quite an interesting thing to think about, don't you think?
やはり話すだけ無駄か。
In other words, demons could be some sort of weapon that someone wanted to use against humans. Is that the point of the sword? That the sword is like infused with some sort of magic that breaks through defensive barriers? Is that the point? Well, that's that.
寒い。
こういう面倒な依頼が結果として多くの人を救うことがあるんだ。だから僕は困っている人を絶対に見捨てない。
二人ともよくやったね。
Wait, did you actually... Ooh, that's the thing, right? Did you actually see it die, or did you just blast a massive hole into the ground? We didn't actually see it die, did we? That's kind of the thing with demons, especially demons that hide their presence, like that one did. If that demon just didn't show themselves or kept hiding, would they even have found her, or it, I should say? You know, like you have to. Ooh, and the thing is, when they die, they also kind of vanish. So, ooh, I'm sus. I'm sus. I'm sus.
なぜあのような乱暴な手段を取ったのですか？
I'm sus. I'm super sus.
フェルンが祈ろうとしていたからね。とっさにはああするしかなかった。人は個人に祈りを捧げるときに目を閉じる。あの魔族はいつもその隙を狙って旅人を殺してきたんだろうね。
Interesting way to think about it.
宝剣を取り戻してくださりありがとうございます。
What is that sword, though?
これでこの町は安泰です。
もう盗まれなきゃいいけどな。
魔族にとってそんなにも魅力的ならまた狙われてしまいそうです。
だろうね。盗まれたのは2度だけど、何度か襲われているみたいだから。
じゃあ宝剣がある限り魔族が寄ってくるってことか。そんな危ないもんならいくら家宝でも手放した方がいいんじゃねえか？
There's gotta be more
そう
to
簡
it.
単にはいかないよ。下手に手放して魔族の手に渡る方が実は厄介なんだ。魔族は手にした力を誇示せずにはいられないからね。
魔族の性分ですか？
前に盗まれた時も魔族が大暴れしてね。その魔族は町を一つ、村を3つ滅ぼした。
The thing is, the question isn't what the nature of the demons is. The question is why. Why is it like that? The question is always why. Why are the demons like that? It's not about how they are. It's about why they are the way they are.
マジかよ。
しかもその時は当時の伯爵家の使用人が魔族の還元に乗せられて手引きをしたとも言われている。
誰かが手引きしたせいなのか？
どうだろう。ただ人間にも欲がある以上、魔が差すなんてことはいつだって起こり得る。衝動に抗えないところがあるのは人間だって同じだよ。
万一の時はまたお願いしますね、フリーレン様。
今回もなかなかいい魔導書が手に入った。
よかったですね。
Did you just smell an apple?
どんな魔法なんだ？
Really? I don't think I've ever done that
赤リ
before.
ンゴを青リンゴに変える魔法だよ。
Yo!
くだらねえな。
Bro, clearly someone who doesn't appreciate a good apple. Jesus, turning a red apple into a green one? That's huge! Not gonna lie, green apples, best apples? 100%, not even close. If I could turn every red apple into a green apple,
So don't you worry.
fuck, it's already over again. Can we get like 2 episodes per week or something? I suppose we can talk about the sword a little bit more. I guess the only information I think we have is that during this battle, the demon attacked Fern and broke through her shield. Like, right? And she's surprised, like, what? There's no way that just happened. Right? Because usually when we see these, like, magic shields, they're, like, very sturdy. Like, very sturdy. The fact that the sword just pushed through the shield, I mean... Whatever this sword is, my first thought, not gonna lie, my first thought is the sword is made out of that ore that we saw last episode. The one that negates magic. That would kind of explain that it can cut through magic, you know, shields and stuff like that pretty easily, right? Like, that's my first thought. Then again, they did say that the ore can't be cut with magic or, well, then again, I suppose Frieren did say that it can't be cut with or processed with magic, but it can potentially be cut with something that's not magic. Now, yeah, Stark did try to cut it, but and didn't make a dent, but still, you know, I would imagine there might be some other way, maybe. So it is maybe possible that someone, somewhere, at some point, maybe like a blacksmith or some sort of ore master, or, you know, someone who figured out some sort of method to process the ore, made a sword out of it. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know. Whatever the sword is, I mean, sometimes I don't like the show when they just move on like this. You know, I want answers about the sword. What is the sword? Also, do we think that this demon is dead? Do we really think that this demon is dead? I mean, there's no way you can see if the demon died. And yeah, you see the little bits, right? Yeah, that's supposed to indicate that it died, but I'm not so sure. Usually they at least show that the demon is like impaled or something, or, you know, part of their body is completely on, and then they kind of fade away. But here they didn't even show that. So I'm a little bit sus. I'm also very curious about the two, what are they called? Demon generals or whatever? Fuck, I forgot what they call them. I'm curious about the two that just disappeared. Because there's 7 of them, right? Frieren's party killed 2. The hero of the south, that hero killed 3. And then Frieren said that the other 2 just disappeared. Or like left or escaped or something. Where are they? The moment you say that, I'm thinking, maybe? One of them? Maybe? And then she escaped? Question mark? And didn't get killed? And maybe will show up later? Maybe? Huh? Who knows? Regardless, that was episode 2 of season 2 of Frieren. Great episode. I, once again, every time I have a theory or I ask some questions, they almost immediately answer all my questions, except the obvious ones, like, what's with the sword? But, you know, it is what it is. Maybe the sword will come into play at some point. I somehow doubt it. But it is what it is. I suppose we can't have everything we want. That was episode 2 of season 2, and we shall be back next time. Until then, ladies and gents, I shall bid you adieu.